Keep them coming, baby.
Hey,
Hey.
so I had a topic in mind, but you've really mentally derailed me. You and the first caller. So I've just been thinking about the things she was saying and the things you've been saying this entire stream, and I couldn't focus on the topic I had originally.
Okay. So, what do you want to talk about instead?
Well, first I want to say, the first caller really annoyed me because she said things like, "Ah, I would never date a man who cries," which honestly, it's fine. She can date whoever the fuck she wants. She can exclude anyone from that list if she wants to, but
That was bait. I think that I don't think that's really true. I think she was trying to she was throwing some like chum in the water to get me to go chase that instead of you
oh,
know,
okay. So is that the reason
her.
why you didn't react to it?
Yes. I felt
Okay,
like
because
I had a strong emotional reaction for a second where I was like, no, and then I was like, wait a second, this is a trick.
okay, because
Don't get distracted by that. It might. I mean, like she might. That might be like a stance she has. But like, obviously, if she dates somebody and they cry, I don't think she's gonna break up with them.
because I think you made the right choice because I
Okay.
I had an emotional reaction to it, and I've just been spiraling down in this emotional reaction since she said that. Because afterwards she said something like, "I'm someone who has hit my partners or partner." I'm not sure what she said, something like that. And then like,
You're not allowed to
okay,
cry,
so
but I'm allowed to hit you.
you're allowed to have a usually unacceptable emotional reaction, but your man isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to say.
Okay.
Besides that, something else you said. You said something along the lines of, "I think the government shouldn't stop you from doing certain things. Should stop you, but no, wait, should try to stop you, but not punish you for it." Is that what you said?
Yeah, I think there should be some things that the government stops you from doing but doesn't punish you for. I actually think that should be like most things. I feel like
Um,
we
I'm, a,
should
I'm,
separate like prevention from jail and punishment.
well, I would say punishment is literally prevention because you're scaring people into not doing what they would usually do. Because
I
you said
think
it
the
yourself. People
the
are wait.
recidivism rates suggest that that doesn't work that well. I think
What
it's just
does
torture.
what's that word mean?
How often people offend, get convicted, sentenced, serve their sentence, come back out, and offend again? I don't think it really. Um, I don't think. Obviously, if there was no punishment for anything, then yes, I think people would break more laws. But
Yeah,
I don't think it. I don't think it
haven't you
works.
said yourself that people
I
are
don't.
very opportunistic? So given the chance, they will just do something. Like most people wouldn't
Yeah.
steal in your own words, but if they're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna get any
If
consequences
there's
for it,
no
they'll just do it.
punishment for stealing, a lot more people would steal. I agree with that. But um, I think
Okay, so if there,
as technology advances, it will be a lot easier to just make it so that you can't steal, even if you want to.
okay, do you agree with if you don't get punished for being for buying drugs, more people will become drug addicts?
I don't know, but probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
So isn't this a case of prevention is better than cure?
Can you just say what you think instead of asking me if I think it?
Well, I'm trying to get you to agree with me. So yeah, I
Well,
do
that's
think
I
that's
don't
the
want. I
case of
don't.
prevention is better than cure. Yes,
Okay. Why?
because I don't think it's good to leave people to their fate like that.
Yeah,
I don't.
but you got other concepts like freedom and bodily autonomy, and the fact that people are going to do drugs anyway and they're going to kill each other, and like, how many people get murdered because drugs are illegal. You're also sacrificing all those people, so I think it's more complicated than that.
Yeah, obviously it's more complicated, and we can't prevent
Okay.
it all, but we can prevent as much as possible, and then some people will get a workaround. And sure,
Okay, so
we'll
I
deal with
don't,
you
I don't really have
accordingly.
like a policy I'm advocating for. It's more just like I don't like the idea of us accepting jail, which is essentially torture, as a solution. I think it's what we're doing now, but I think we need to think of something better.
Like therapy.
Like what?
Therapy.
Yeah, like therapy.
Okay. Mm, okay, now that I got that out of the way, I can go to my original topic. So imagine you are in a room with like 30 other people, and you have like a little mini presentation about destigmatizing pedophilia. How do you
Yeah.
think those people would react?
What are you asking me? Just say what you
Um,
think. Stop trying to lead me to what you think. Just say what you think, and then I'll say what I think.
okay. So I think you and Disney have some kind of a disconnect when it comes to talking about pedophilia in
Okay.
public.
Okay.
So I already suspected this, and then I was in class, and my teacher was like, all of a sudden, he said that we have 15 minutes to prepare a little mini presentation, and you have to talk in front of the class for 5 minutes about whatever topic you want. And I was like, okay, I can test this out. And my topic was destigmatizing pedophilia,
Okay.
and I was like fully prepared to be hated by everyone in my class after that, because that's just kind of the impression you and Disney gave me, and it just wasn't true at all.
Yeah, I think the real world is pretty different from online world because the people in the class are not trying to prevent a hate mob from, you know, forming on Twitter or wherever and getting them demonetized or getting their channel deleted or just dogpiling them with like death threats for months. So I think the stakes are pretty different. And it's a classroom environment where like there's a certain amount of safety and where like on Twitter just being mean and ruining people's lives is just like an expected form of entertainment, which is not really true in a classroom. If you would be it would be embarrassing to say like, oh, I wonder if you have a like what Vosh said to me like, oh, maybe you have a personal reason for saying this, huh? Maybe you're
Hmm.
making this report because you're a pedophile, huh? If Vosh said that in a college setting, everybody would look at him like he was a fucking moron. But if he says it on YouTube, people cheer him on, even though it's really stupid. So I just
Okay,
think that's context.
okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you, in your conversation with Disney, say he said something like, when it comes to pedophilia, all you should say is, "I want to kill and murder them all"? Were you guys specifically talking about on the internet?
I think so. Yes. I don't think that Destiny was saying if you're hanging out with like your friends at a dinner party and if you don't say anything other than I want to murder them all, then people are going to turn on you. I think he was saying I think we were talking about public messaging around pedophilia and why and as it relates to me and my content and how it's being received and kind of how he navigates that and how I mean he me Vosh there's like so many creators that have had to contend with saying something that made some people think they're a pedophile and then decide, are you going to walk it back, are you going to stand by it, how are you going to handle this? Every creator has some kind of like pedophilia scandal where they weren't harsh enough on pedophiles or whatever. But yeah, I don't think we were talking about or I my understanding was we were talking about online world.
Okay, can I take you back for a second to when you were still in school? And what do you think? Imagine that school shooting never happened, but another scandal happens, like a pedophile molested a lot of kids. And you said in class, well, if you guys have never thought about molesting kids, then you guys are just literally lying. Okay, wait, actually, that's misrepresenting because that's not what I said at all. Actually, I think I should move on from this topic. Hmm, I want to end this and say, remember that black guy from one of those previous episodes in Mr. Girl Hotline that said you should watch anime?
Yeah.
One of his recommendations was Death Note,
Mm-hmm.
and I really think you should watch it because it has like a lot of moral dilemmas that I think, like I've seen a lot of essays on it, and I've seen pretty much all perspectives, and I think you would have a very uniquely interesting perspective on it.
Okay. I'll probably watch it.
Okay. I think that was it.
Okay. Thank you for calling.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Bye. Destiny